Right, hello. So, today, I know we completed the game challenge a couple of weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Today, we're going to be going through a tier list of everything, whether I've continued to play them, whether the game's changed in my opinion, or whatever. And hopefully, we'll get a definitive list of what we played and what my actual thoughts are after playing the game, or if I played them a bit longer. So, yeah, we'll get cracking. So, let's get straight into this one. So, the first one on this list, Blueprints. Now, Blueprints, I played a little bit on stream after we'd done the day, the sort of first hour. And still, I was getting to grips with it a little bit, but still, it's still sort of, I don't know, I still halfway through, after probably about 2 or 3 hours, I still wasn't fully aware of what was happening. There were a couple of little puzzles that I'd sort of completed, but I don't know. It just was a bit of a meh game. I think that's probably where we're going to put it. Daxter. Now, I loved Daxter. I thought it was a great game. Where we're going to put it though is the next question. Obviously, very nostalgic vibes when it comes to Daxter. Used to play on the PSP, and I think off the top of my head we gave it a decent rating as well. I think the graphics, apart from obviously the cutscene graphics, the actual gameplay graphics look 10 times better than I remember them. And yeah, like the character, like the game series. But yeah, I think we'll stick it in very good. I don't think it's up there to be brilliant, but it was just a bit of nostalgia. I think we gave it an 8 in the end. It may have been an 8, but yeah. Moving on to Tekken 6. Now, I thought this game was pretty poor, to be fair. They'd obviously, as they'd done Daxter, upped the graphics and stuff gameplay wise, but I thought after a couple of matches playing the challenge, it wasn't that fun anymore. So it's not one that I'm ever going to play again. We're going to stick it over there in Never Again. Like I said, probably just not really for me, but overall I probably wouldn't even pick up another game in the series, never mind another fighting game, do you know what I mean? But yeah. Right, so the next one. This one speaks for itself, really. This is arguably the worst experience I've had gaming for quite a considerable amount of time. As I said in the game challenge clip, the majority of the actual video for the review was the cutscene at the start. That's how bad the game was. It played awfully, the mechanics were shite, the graphics were rubbish. All in all, just a terrible experience. I think I'd get a 2 out of 10. I think I would have to put it down to a 1 out of 10. It was absolutely garbage. Next on the list, we've got Dave the Diver. Now, I thought Dave the Diver was alright. We'll put it in meh, I think. I thought it was alright. It probably could have been, I don't know, it could have had a little bit more to it. I thought after a while it was a little bit tedious, but then I did play a little bit more after the challenge video had finished, and the sort of fishing and diving aspects of the game I did quite enjoy. It was just obviously the restaurant bit which was a bit more tedious, if you know what I mean. But that's it. A cool little game. There is obviously, I started to get a bit more into the story, and there does seem like there's a lot more stuff there. So that's possibly another one which, if I went in and played the majority of the game, I don't think it's a long game. It probably would change my opinion on it maybe, but for the time being we'll leave it in meh. I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's necessarily a great game either. Right, next one we have Baldur's Gate 3. Now, at the time when I was playing it, it was the first time playing a turn-based combat game. It was the first time playing that style of game, really, and it were all a bit new to me. I thought when I played it originally, the initial sort of 30 minutes when you're on the ship at the start was brilliant. Graphics insane, and like I say, it just will take time for me to get used to and stuff. This was so on my other social media account. If we get to 500 followers on there, I will be streaming Baldur's Gate 3. So after watching other people play it and having a bit more in-depth look into it, my opinion's definitely changing, and it's been moved up a little bit into this brilliant category. I think a lot of people say it is a great game. I witnessed it when I was playing it. I could see the good aspects of the game. It's just going to take a bit of time for me getting used to, but I think it's one that we can definitely stream and have some very good streams on it. So yeah, look out for them. But I'm going to put it in brilliant because I did think it was an excellent story. Right, so next up on the list we've got Heavy Rain. So this, as most people who watch the series will know, I left this one till last because this, in my opinion, is up there in my top 3 best games of all time. I played this many a time, played through the game many a time, probably 4 or 5 times on PS3 when it first came out. I love this game. I think it's brilliant. I think, like I said in the actual challenge video, whether I'm not 100% sure whether it is correct, but it seems like it was one of the first that pioneered this sort of decision-making game and basing the story off your decisions and stuff. And I thought it was brilliant. Obviously now you've got other games such as like the Dark Picture anthologies and Until Dawn, them type of games, but I don't think you'd have them type of games if Heavy Rain wasn't around back then. I just think it's brilliant. The characters are great. The storyline's brilliant. Obviously, it's a little bit slow paced for some people, with it being sort of like a seedy crime game rather than like an Until Dawn where it's majority action after the first half an hour or whatever. But yeah, this is up there. I'd say probably top 3, definitely top 3 games of all time. So we've definitely got that in the GOAT. There is one more in the GOAT category. If you want to get your comments in now, which one you think it might be, and like I said, that'll be coming later on the video. But this is number 1, top. So it's not going to get any better than this. So it's number 2, which is the next GOAT one. But we'll get on into the next one. So next one we've got is Thief. Now, Thief, I really did like Thief. I think we're going to we'll put it in front of Daxter, not in the brilliant though, but I thought the game mechanics in Thief were brilliant. Those sort of like stealth games, I enjoy quite a lot, and to see like the sort of the setting as well, I did really enjoy the setting when we were playing it. Played it a little bit as well off camera, and absolutely loved it. I think it's a great game. I definitely will be going back to it. I think there is some aspects which I probably would change, but overall I think what you actually have to do in the game, where you are actually just genuinely just a thief knocking around, and the storyline which it's going into from the first couple of hours that I played, it's brilliant, intriguing and stuff. And yeah, I'd keep it in very good for the time being. A bit more plain, I'd definitely move it probably into brilliant. Next on the list we've got, we'll go Detroit Become Human. Now, for me, these types of games, so Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human, I really do enjoy. For me, Detroit is, I can't put it in GOATed because I think if you didn't have Heavy Rain, you wouldn't have Detroit. Now, this is, I think we gave it a 9 on the challenge video, but I think some of the stories and messages in this game can, some could be true today. What about if robots do take over with all the AI and stuff we've got knocking around? It is quite plausible, probably not, but it's something to think about. And there's definitely some mechanics in this game that's brilliant. Every single character you come across, all intriguing, and I constantly, when I was playing it, like I say, I played it through probably 3 or 4 times now, and you just constantly wanting to know what they're getting up to, what more about the characters and stuff. And the further and further you get down into the game, it clears all your questions up, and obviously you get more and more information as you delve into the story. But yeah, absolutely great game. Can't quite put it in goated, but it's definitely top of the brilliant tier. Right, next one, Deus Ex. Didn't really enjoy this one. I thought the mechanics, so we're going to put it in never again, I think. The mechanics I didn't really like. The graphics weren't great. I thought the shooting was a bit naff. I can't remember what we get. I don't know whether we give it a 4 out of 10 or something like that. It might even be a little bit more than that. But the stealth aspects in the game were okay. But I thought overall it was just a bit now. You could quite tell it was an outdated game. I know there is a prequel to this which came out obviously first, but this is the second in the series, I believe. I don't think I'll be playing the first one, to be fair. Not really my cup of tea. I thought it looked, when it originally came out, I remember it coming out ages ago, and obviously it did look like a game that I could get into, but no, not for me. I think I'll give this one a hard miss. On the list, another one I'll be giving a bit of a wide berth, Wolfenstein. Now, there was a comment on one of the videos, this video in particular, where someone said, because I'd only played the game for like 40 minutes, and they were like, you can't really give a game review in 40 minutes. Now, this is not a review challenge. I'm just giving you my opinion on the first hour of gameplay. Is it technically a review? Possibly, but I'm not reviewing the whole game. I'm just reviewing my experience with the game. And I thought it was rubbish. Didn't like the shooting. Didn't really like the graphics. The best part of it was the cutscene, which was the first probably 15 minutes of the game. I thought when you were shooting, I could hardly see out when I was shooting because the screen was shaking that much, and it just wasn't really appeasing to me. The the person who I was speaking to did say that there's some good bosses in the game, especially one of the main bosses in this game. So maybe I'll go back to it, but certainly not anytime soon. There's definitely more games that I want to be playing, but no. I didn't enjoy this one as much as what I thought I would do. But next one, we've got Balatro. Now, I know it did very well. I think it was last year, all the Game Awards and stuff. I don't know. I hindered myself slightly on this one, playing it on the PS5. I think this game is more, in my opinion, suited to on-the-go portable gaming. On your Switch, on your phone, on those types of places. I think that's where you probably see more benefits and more of a better game. I think when I was playing it on PS5, it was just a bit dull. It's very addicting though, so which is why I can imagine playing it on your phone being the way to go, especially like long journeys or whatever like that. But no, I thought it was an okay game. Not something I'd definitely be going back to on the PS5 anyway, but maybe if I go on holiday, go on play it for a couple of hours. Right, so next one, Bloodborne. Now, a bit of a weird one, Bloodborne. I enjoyed the game. Obviously seen a couple of different content creators playing the game. I definitely will play it again. However, I wasn't great at it, parrying and dodging and all that crap. I can't remember what we gave it rating wise. I think we gave it 6 out of 10. It will be boosted up though, but that's purely because it's the first ever Souls-like game I've played. And so I'm gonna put it at the end of very good, because I don't think it's meh. It's in between those two. and I will probably bump it up a little bit just because from what I've seen from other creators to a 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10. But yeah, definitely we'll be playing this one on stream at some point. The next one we've got is Dredge. Now, I really like this game. I'm not 100% sure whether it'd be classed as an indie game. I think it is an indie game. But yeah, some of the characters that you meet, and obviously they do the fishing type style game very well. It actually feels, especially at night time, it's actually pretty like daunting when you're knocking about at night with no lights and stuff like that. And overall, I think the spooky sort of nature of what you're actually there to do, it actually encapsulates and makes you want to carry on playing pretty well. We've got a couple of clips on screen, but yeah, thoroughly is another game which I've played a little bit on my own after, and I'd arguably bump it up to maybe a 7.5. So we're going to put it up into here. I'm going to put it up front because I think it was probably a little bit better than Thief. So yeah, we'll put it at between these two. I'd probably go, but yeah, I really thoroughly did enjoy Dredge. Next on the list we've got Dishonored. Now, Dishonored was a weird one. I do really like stealth games, and I've seen a lot of people play Dishonored, and they are unbelievable with the stealth and all that sort of aspect of it. I am not that good at the minute. I've only played probably an hour and a half. I played a little bit off camera, a bit off stream, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the way that the stealth aspect works of it. I think when you properly get to grips with it, it will be unbelievable to play. I think at the minute where I am skill wise, it's just gonna be going into very good. I think I can't remember. Yeah, so we put it at 7.5. I think probably on the same sort of thing as Dredge, where I think if I play it a little bit more, it definitely could get up into that brilliance. So we'll put it in just behind Dredge at the minute. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. The gameplay, stealth sort of aspect of it, really do like stealth games. So yeah. Next we've got Chivalry. Now, Chivalry is a great game. Giving it a 6.5 out of 10. I think I give it a 6.5 out of 10, 7 if you're doing it with friends. I definitely would recommend playing this with friends, not on your own. But yeah, overall, okay game. I'd probably put it into the back end of very good. The mechanics of that, it does feel like a little bit like a simulator, which is what they're probably trying to go for. But yeah, overall, decent time, especially if you're playing with your friends, and probably would play it again. No real story, it's just all online. That's the only other thing. I do like a story game, but obviously that one is never going to be a story game. But yeah, really good. Didn't have any problems with connection issues or anything like that, and get straight into each game. So yeah, we're going to give it a 7 out of 10, keep it at 7. So we've got Vampire next. Can't remember what I put this one down as, maybe so we put it down as a 7 out of 10. Similar to sort of these two, Dishonored and Thief. We're going to put it slap bang in the middle. Enjoyed the sort of first hour of the game. Would definitely need to go back and play more. I think some of the game mechanics that they've got are good, some aren't so good. Which you can probably say for a lot of games really, but yeah, sort of different take on sort of this style of game. Obviously I do like it that it's, you know, your third person and stuff, and the sort of scenario where it's set is great, but yeah, I don't think you could give it any more than the 7 out of 10. I did, like I say, I've got some more clips on screen from the game challenge, but yeah, don't really think you can give it any more than 7 out of 10. Really, so we'll stick it in very good and get on to the next one. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, it's not as good as Spider-Man 1. and I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet, but I don't think it's going to be as good as Spider-Man 2. For me, it's a bit short, I think, overall, compared to the other games. But I don't know, there's just something about swinging around New York that you can't really say no to. So I think we give it an 8 out of 10. So we're going to put it behind Baldur's Gate on the brilliant tier, because you can't really go wrong with a Spider-Man game. As long as you get the web sort of flying aspects nailed down, which they did in the first one, so they were going to do in this one. Next one, EA Golf. We give it a 6 out of 10. I'm going to move it down into here. I thought this game was crap compared to the new one. I know in the challenge video I was comparing it to PGA 2K23. I've played a hell of a lot of PGA 2K25, and this is just miles and miles and miles behind it. I know it came out in 2023, this one. I just think it's rubbish. The swing mechanics and stuff like that, they don't seem to work. And the only thing it's really got going for it is it's got the proper Augusta course, which people have made in 2K25. So if you really need it, it is there. It's not as obviously detailed as this, but yeah, go and get 2K25 if you're ever thinking about getting a golf game. Assassin's Creed 2. Now, this is a game that I am going to finish on stream. I absolutely love this game. There's not really a lot. This, for a lot of people, is the best Assassin's Creed game in the series. I am one of those people. I'm just going to put it slightly. It's in between here, I think. Like I said, thoroughly enjoyed it. I've continued to play it off camera, off stream or whatever. I'm going to possibly be streaming a bit more of this until we get to the big goal so we can do Baldur's Gate. But yeah, people in it, characters, the setting, all unbelievable. And I think I'd definitely bump it up to maybe like a 9 out of 10. I don't know what I give it originally, but it's definitely a 9 out of 10 game. It's not quite in there. It's probably, like I said, another one where it's just in the middle like Detroit. But what a game. And they need to take some sort of... take whatever they had in this game and put it into something new. Just make graphics better. Do the exact same game, make the graphics better, and put it out, and everyone will buy it. Pedestrian. This is just a little sort of puzzle game. Not really a lot to say about it, to be fair. I think we gave it a 4 out of 10. Not a great game. Probably wouldn't go back. The only reason why I'd probably go back is just to do the platinum, which it's not really difficult, to be fair. It's just a bit time consuming, but well, yeah, it's not overly bad. It's not overly good. It is just is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So we'll stick it in Never Again. Don't think I'll play it again, to be fair. Right, this is in goated. As soon as I'd done the challenge video, played that all weekend, got it completed. Nearly complete the platinum on it. What a game it is. This is, in my opinion, 10 times better than the new ones. The first two that they did, so I'd probably go 3, 2, 1 in the order that I enjoy them. But yeah, what a great game. Not really a lot I can say about it. Just great character, great story. Unbelievable game mechanics in the fighting aspect. Got the best weapon in gaming, in my opinion, Blades of Chaos. And yeah, you can't really go wrong with a God of War game. Definitely. If you did get it right, let me know in the comments that you got it right. But yeah, what a game. What a game. Right, next on the list, Road 96. Did enjoy this one, to be fair. Not 100% sure what rating I gave it. I think it probably would have been sort of a 7.5 maybe out of 10. I'd say yes, it's still a 7.5 out of 10. I didn't manage to play much more of it off camera. Played a little bit, not loads. Will definitely go back in the game because there's some of the characters that I do want to continue to get to know and know their backstory, especially like the sort of taxi driver one. and maybe the news reporter woman. She seems a bit interesting as well. But yeah, great game, great setting. I'm gonna put it. Ooh, I think it's probably not as good as Dishonored, I'd say, but it's a bit better than Vampire. So we'll put it in very good there. And let's move straight on to the next one. Batman Arkham Knight. So this one, I can't remember what we give this one. This is it's up there with one of the great games, but for me, one of the sort of worst one, well, the worst one out the Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City. Good game though. Still, you can't really go wrong. Again with Batman running around Gotham. I think there are. If I had to take anything away from it, I'd definitely take away some of the Batmobile driving. I don't think there needs to be as much of it. I know obviously it was a main focus on the game, but I just don't think it needs that much. All you need to do, glide around as Batman, knock some blokes out, and defeat the bad dude. But yeah, great game. We give it an 8.5 on the thing. I'm going to bump it down to an 8. I do think it's better than Spider-Man though, but not as good as probably these three up here. So yeah, we'll carry on moving. Still great game and definitely a great series. Right, the last 5 games we've got RoboCop. Now I've completed RoboCop and got the platinum on it. Was an alright game, not great, not I wouldn't say it's brilliant by any stretch of the imagination. I think we give it a 7 out of 10 on the rating. I'm gonna put it behind Dredge, behind Dishonored. I did thoroughly enjoy the gameplay, the sort of mechanics and stuff. Wasn't overly difficult, which was great. And for the platinum, you didn't have to go and redo stuff, and it was a fairly easy platinum, to be fair. Not really much else to say on it. I've got a couple of clips from the game, from the sort of challenge video. But yeah, not too bad, not too good. I'd say it's sort of in the middle area on that sort of 7 out of 10. Sackboy. So Sackboy, I think we gave a 7 out of 10 as well. Now this is obviously where a lot of our sort of games are going in this very good area. Sackboy, another one, not really a lot to say about it. We're going to put it behind sort of Road 96. I'm going to switch Vampire and Thief round, I think. Yeah, we'll put it there. Great game, not as probably good as the sort of older ones, Little Big Planet and stuff like that. But still, good game, good story, great platformer. And yeah, we'll stick it in very good. Last 3, Sonic, not my cup of tea at all. Did not like this game. I thought it was pretty rubbish, to be fair. I think we give it a 4 out of 10. And it's going to unfortunately be going down here. Didn't enjoy it at all. I think even probably further down, to be fair. I thought, I don't know, for a game that was fairly new as well, I think it's the Frontier one. Yeah, just didn't play well at all. I thought it was pretty rubbish, to be fair. Definitely would not play it again. So, second to last one, we've got Doom. Obviously, I know the new Doom's out at the minute. Unfortunately, if you did want to see it on this channel, you're not going to. It was just bad. I didn't like it at all, really. I'm going to put it in meh. I played more of Blueprints, but I thought Doom probably is a little bit better. That sort of style of game. I like sort of the shooters and stuff like that, but yeah, I didn't think it was great. I had a lot of high expectations for Doom and didn't live up to the billing. Right, we're on the last one. Prince of Persia. We give it, I think, a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. It is definitely going to go into yeah, we'll put it in here. I really did enjoy it. Played a little bit off stream, off camera.
and I've definitely put it up to like a 7. I think we did a 7.58 out of 10. Really want to carry on playing the game. After obviously one more for the backlog, seem to be racking up, don't they? But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. One to definitely play again. Let me know in the comments below your favourite games from the ones that we've played in the challenge. Apologies, like I say, that it's come a bit after the challenge has finished. We're gonna obviously, hopefully, if we get some more followers and subscribers, we're gonna start streaming Baldur's Gate. We're gonna stream Assassin's Creed 2 as well. And yeah, hopefully everyone's having a great bank holiday, and I shall see you in the next one. Oh, also, just a quick one, like, subscribe as well. Appreciate it. Helps the channel a lot. See you in the next one. Ta-da.